Hello everybody, this is my first time recording my voice, and to be honest, I think I sound terrible when my voice is recorded, but let's see what you think. If you think my voice is terrible, please let me know and I will continue using the annotations. Okay, I'm here to show you my new birthday present. It was my 20th birthday last Wednesday, and my main present is a PlayStation 3. And here it is. This is my account. It's Alex Magnay. People who know me on DeviantArt should know well enough who that is. Okay, and I'm ready to start. Firstly, I'm just going to give you a bit of a tour around my PlayStation 2. Here, firstly, I've got a number of soundtracks. Here in my playlists, I've got 4 playlists, each for one of the games which I got with my PlayStation 3 on my birthday. Firstly, Little Big Planet 2. Now, I wasn't entirely sure what songs to use for this game, but I figured that since it's a platformer and it encourages creativity and all that, I should mix it with, the best known platformer series ever made. So, here we go. Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, New Super Mario Brothers, and that's it. Okay. And now we have Skate 3. Now, I've been an avid skateboarding fan since Tony Hawk for the PlayStation, so of course I had to get the big thing when it comes to skateboarding games. Okay, here we have quite a large selection of soundtracks. Firstly, I've got a selection from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and Tony Hawk's Underground. Those are my 2 favourite Tony Hawk's games and have my favourite songs on it as well. And here, this is only one from... This is Penthouse HQ is from a game called Airblade, a launch title, I think, for the PlayStation 2. That game, for starters, it's not a skateboarding game as per se. It's actually a hoverboarding game. But besides that, the similarities are pretty similar. Anyway, the soundtrack was entirely written for the game, so, it's a bit like Jet Set Radio in that sense. And here we have some selections from Guitar Hero. Mainly Guitar Hero 3, but I've also got several from Guitar Hero on Tour for the Nintendo DS, and Guitar Hero, never mind. Okay, and here we have some from Jet Set Radio, the original. Lord of the Waters, another one from Airblade, and onwards we move to Jet Set Radio Future. Give It Some Air is my favourite song from Airblade, by the way. And we move down. Here we have some from a very little known game which I used to love on the PlayStation, MTV Snowboarding. Now, this game has probably my favourite licensed soundtrack of all time. Here we have Cars by Fear Factory, Late at Night by the 10-Foot Pole, One Life, One Chance by H2O, Buster Beats, another one from Airblade, Don't Leave Me from Blink 182, Wendy Clear from Blink 182, One Thing to Live from Lagwagon, and Disconnected by, Symptomatic from the Band Geek Mafia. And here, I think that's more or less what I've got. And Tekken 6, I've got all my favourite tracks from the previous Tekken games, besides Tekken 1, which I never had, including Tekken 2, Tekken 3, Tekken 5, Tekken Tag Tournament, and a few from Tekken 6 itself. So here we have from here, these are all from Tekken 2. Now we move on to the Tekken 3 soundtracks, and here's the Tekken 5 soundtracks. Tekken Tag Tournament soundtracks, 5 from Tekken 6 here, the Tekken Tag soundtracks, and here we have another of my favourite fighting titles, Street Fighter EX Plus Alpha. all the characters from this game had their own theme tune, and most of them I really liked. And here we have a short selection from Virtua Fighter 4. I don't have many favourites from this series, but all I can say is Nightmare is just so badass. Okay, and moving on to Uncharted 2. I don't have anything in this playlist yet because I found out that you can't listen to your own custom music in Uncharted 2. This really annoys me, and I hope they fix it in Uncharted 3 so that I can listen to my favourites from Tomb Raider. And here we move on to the games section, and firstly I want to talk about the games which I have already. With my PlayStation 3, as I just showed you, I've got Tekken 6, Little Big Planet 2, Skate 3, and Uncharted, how is it? Well, you saw it anyway. And since then, I also bought Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar, and Tron Evolution. I know that many people probably don't like those games because they're movie spin-offs, but I really don't care. Okay, and as for the games I've downloaded, here is the Worms 2 Armageddon demo. This game was, well, I'm going to get this so that I can play with a good friend of mine, Richard. I'm not entirely sure about whether I should buy it yet, but, well, I'll play the demo and see what I think. Down here, we have one of my first games I have ever owned, Disney's action game featuring Hercules. I have to say, for a Disney game, this thing is fantastic. It's got one of the best soundtracks filled with, well, some songs from the film, and also some pretty good sounding unique ones as well. Down here we have Mercury, Mercury HD. Mercury is a game which was initially released for the PlayStation Portable as a launch title and a tech demo. People who know about Super Monkey Ball should know that Mercury is very similar to Super Monkey Ball. The difference is instead of controlling a monkey inside of a hamster ball, you are instead controlling a small blob of mercury. And the main difference here is instead of gaining a fallout, if you fall off the edge, the blob, if you even go slightly off the edge, will start to dissipate and drops will fall down. At the end of each puzzle, you're marked on how much mercury you've got left. Onward to Crash Bandicoot 3, one of my favourite games for PlayStation 3. PlayStation 1, the original PlayStation, and to be honest, I'm going to be hard pressed to find a better platformer. Crash Bandicoot 3 has, well, wouldn't quite say everything, but it's definitely one of my favourites out there. And last of all, last but not least, is my all-time favourite game of all time, Sonic Adventure. Now, I know many people out there probably don't rate this game very highly, but in my opinion, it is just fantastic. I like very nearly everything about Sonic Adventure. The characters, the gameplay, the level design, the music, I could go on and on and on. There's just one thing about this game I don't like, and that would be Amy's Mirror Room music, Fakery Ray, probably one of the scariest, pointless, scary music I've ever heard in my life. Anyway, that's more or less it for my what I've got on my PlayStation 3 so far. I've only had it for about 5 days already, so there's not a lot on it as of yet. Might as well go through my trophies. I don't have, well, I suppose I've got a fair amount. Tekken 6 trophy set, I've got 27%, that's over a quarter of all the trophies in the game obtained. Let's quickly go down them. Anyone who knows anything about this will, generally tell that I'm still going through it. And Skate 3, 11%. I've got all these trophies. By the way, for those who don't know, the trophies are the ones which you can see pictures on. The trophies which I've got are the ones which you can see pictures on. The ones which have greyed out locks on them, I haven't unlocked yet. I can also see guidelines on how to unlock the different trophies. Okay, onwards to Uncharted. I've only got 6%. I haven't gone very far through the story mode yet. I'm on chapter 7, but I have played a few online games with my friends, and I've had an awful lot of fun. I've got to say, I'm very pleased to have discovered Uncharted 2, since the Tomb Raider Legends series has recently finished. I loved that series, by the way. I'm not really so keen on what I see from this new Tomb Raider they're making. I really don't like the look of it. It's 20% on Sonic Adventure. I've done all of these and onwards. That's pretty much it. I've still got yet to finish the game. And James Cameron's Avatar, 6%. I haven't gone very far in the story mode yet at all, but I have chosen to fight on the side of the Na'vi. So we go down here, and last but not least, sorry. Little Big Planet 2, I have 8%. I've done this much in the game. I'm not entirely sure about Little Big Planet. I like the fact that it encourages creativity and all that, but some of the level and character designs are just so weird. I may not like serious stuff, but when things are too weird for me, I really don't like it. Okay, 16% of Tron Evolution here. Platinum Greetings Program. I haven't seen Tron Legacy yet, but I decided that since this game is actually a prequel to the film, I should play through the game before I see the film. I am, however, a big fan of the original Tron film, and also its appearance in Kingdom Hearts 2, as well as Tron 2.0, even though that game is way too hard for me to play. So, here we are. That's what I've got on my PlayStation 3 already. Thank you for listening. I want to make a mental note that I'm mainly collecting online games. If anyone else who owns a PlayStation 3 and has any of these games would like to play with me, I'll be all too happy to play, except please take note that I am a casual player. I don't play to show off. I only play to pass the time. So if you're expecting someone to be really high and mighty, a real tough opponent or anything like that, then don't play with me. Once in Tekken 6, I went online and played against someone else, and they, they basically insulted me. They told me a button masher and that I knew nothing about Tekken, when in actual fact I kicked his ass anyway. So I don't want any of that. It's obvious, it's obvious, but I don't want anyone to insult me about the way I play my games anymore. So if you don't like to play against noobs or beginners or whatever, don't play with me, because that is what I am. I can accept that. And, well, that's pretty much it. So, thanks very much for listening, and I hope you enjoy the video.